Would you like to have the perfect welcome sequence? Stay tuned. Hi, this is Andriy, the founder of Flowium email marketing agency, as well as this YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to show you the framework for perfect welcome sequence, welcome flow, welcome automations for your online store, and show you a few examples from different brands and how they do it. Also, I highly recommend to check out our podcast episode number 7, where Alyssa and Vera, our podcast hosts, talk about pre-purchase, also known as a welcome flow, and they go into depth. This video is short and with a visual example, but to support all my statements, I highly recommend to check out that podcast episode. Also, the 2 previous videos on our YouTube channel, like last Thursday and previous Thursday, we posted about the elements of the perfect email template, as well as the welcome email, the first welcome email. I highly recommend to check those videos as well. So let's start. Here's a perfect sequence for welcome email. So it's basically welcome email, then social proof about the product team, referral program if you have any, and any other information you need to include to educate your subscriber, not your customers, your subscriber first. Now we will go into details, and I'll show you and give you examples and explain you how each thing works. As I said before, I highly recommend to check the welcome email from the last video. I went into depth explaining Kachava's welcome email and how they're doing a great job. But here's another great example from Huckberry brand. It's perfect email. There's few things that I would personally remove, like shop now I would remove. I like this statement. I like what they talking about, like their story. And if you scroll down, this is about the product. I would not include it here, but this is them, so they know better their product. But I like this thing a lot. I just want to point out this about our mission, our story. As you can see, very compelling call to action if you want to learn more about them. So this is welcome email, the first email customer should receive when they subscribe. So basically it has to be either a story of your company or your mission or why you created the brand and so forth. I strongly suggest to check out last week's video, and you will understand where I went into greater detail to explain the welcome email. Okay, so next, social proof. So here's Olive and June brand, and they doing a great job with the social proof. Here's the idea. In the first email, you talks about yourself, like, hey, I created this brand because X, Y, and Z. Then you said, this is my purpose, this is my mission, this is such things about my company. However, the social proof knows what people are talking about you, your company, or your product. So in this example, as you can see, Olive and June, they sell nail polish. Basically, they showing like what's the progress, what's going on with their nails in 7 days, as well as you can see, this is some kind of Instagram story snapshot. So this gives you understanding that like real people are using this product, and like on the back of your mind, like I can trust this brand. So this is example, and we do recommend like to put social proof as a second email. In third email, either you have many products or only one. We strongly recommend to dedicate that email to one product or few products, but special things about your products. For example, let's go back to Hackberry as they have it here. They talk about their product and what's so special about it. Another example is Away, a travel company. They sell luggage, travel luggage, and this is their welcome email. However, I like their part where they explain what's so special about their product, and I would personally include that in the email number 3 and go into greater details explaining the benefits of their product and so forth. So this is email number 3. Also, either email number 4 you can do about your team if you have a team. Andy Swims, I like what they did here. So they combine their team, meet the fit experts with the products. This is perfect and this is genius. That's why they are successful. You can see it specializing in favorite, Andy, and so forth. So I like this email a lot, and I highly recommend and encourage you to do something similar. If you don't have a team, you can scrap this email, but at least do something about your product. What's so special about it? Maybe you have a video how it's created on a factory, or maybe there's small things which you might think is not important, but it's very interesting. And those backstage videos, pictures are great and engaging. So I highly recommend to put it in the email number 3. So email number 4 are, if you have referral program, if you have loyalty program, if you have any other program, or maybe you have a mobile app, or maybe you have a Facebook group. So the idea of like starting from email number 4 and 5, you want to take your customer or potential customer, the subscriber, by the hand and walk through your store and explain them like, hey, here we have one thing, here we have this kind of program, this is where we have something else special. So basically just imagine in the physical store you have somebody by your side and you explaining and working through and explaining, in this aisle we have this thing, in this aisle we have that thing. So same thing is a welcome series, welcome sequence. You just need to follow that logic. So I gave you example of 3 emails: welcome, social proof, as well about the product and the team. Other emails, you can Google it. There's a bunch of emails, especially really good emails. They have a lot of examples, but the concept is very simple. Again, just imagine having your customers next to you and you tell them step by step about your store, and try to simplify your emails. Do not include a lot of information in one email. It's better to break it down into separate emails and send them more emails but shorter versus one email and longer. In case you have any additional questions, please leave them below. I check them on daily basis, and if you are new on this channel, please click subscribe. Thank you. See you next week.